Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Well, guess who's back? You don't really have to guess. It's pretty much me. I'm the only one in charge of this channel, which is good because nobody else wants it. Odie and Steven, welcome, welcome, welcome. Buzzkill, welcome, welcome. Okay, we've got to put some plans in effect here. We got no time to waste with dilly-dallying or lollygagging. Okay? No dilly-dallying, no lollygagging. Spike Little Girl, thank you very much. I was just about to get to that. Just about to get to that. I have a core for the multi-analyzer and I have a quest. Yes, good one about the core because that part I had actually forgotten about. I did remember the quest part, but again, no lollygagging. Okay, so if you came in here, you're like, I'm going to go to Dave's stream and I'm just going to lollygag for a while. Ain't going to work. Okay, ain't going to happen. All right, we got no lollygagging or, well, anything that's related to lollygagging or lollygagging adjacent. Okay, so got that quest. Let me look at that again. So it's not that one. It's the suicidal links. Okay. So 7 links coming in. And we're going to get a couple of people with us. A biomutation lance. Rob, welcome, welcome. Do I want one of those? No. No, I don't. Psi trainer for invisibility, strong killer, and 66 jade. I mean, invisibility is awesome. Rob, my vent guy is here. Oh, thank goodness. No, there's no lollygagging or dilly-dallying. Okay, Rob, we can't do either of those. Okay, we've spent we've already lollied. Okay, I'm like 2 minutes in. I've already lollied. If I get into gag territory, it's going to be all over the map. Syrincha, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hang on, coffee. I think I might take it for the advanced component and the gold, because advanced components are wicked handy. So is gold. Do I have any gold at all at this point? I have no gold. And that's going to come up soon when we get into higher range tech. So I'm going to do this for the gold. Okay? There's champions here. Yay, champions. Okay? So there's my disposable heroes right there. And Spike Little Girl, you're probably going to have to keep reminding me about the whole who's he what's it here? The tech prof anyway, the core thing. Because I will forget that again. What are we researching right now? Carpets. Yes, it's very important that I have lime green shag carpet in this spaceship. Okay, we're turning this into a 70s van. It's going to have lime green shag carpet all over the place. Also, I'd love it if the kid was doing anything but what they're doing right now. So, you guys don't clean, right? No, you don't do any of that. So, let's do... where's Harry Igor? Yeah, you are #1 on cleaning. Okay, good. Yeah, keep cleaning, kid. Keep cleaning. Yep. Crimson, welcome, welcome, welcome. Crimson, just in case you were coming in expecting to lollygag or dilly-dally, we shall be doing neither of those. Okay, we will be neither lollygagging nor dilly-dallying. Hey, kid, you're doing a great job. Could you actually clean the hospital? That thing is a complete pit right now. And also, again, why are we not making smoke leaf joints? I've got a lot of smoke leaf here. I've got a ton of smoke leaf. Rob loves putting down carpet. Carpet may be one of my best additions to RimWorld. It's one of my. It's always the little things that I love in RimWorld, and the carpets were it. Just carpet me on up. Painting the walls too, but then you have to get dye for that. Nobody wants that kind of nonsense. That's where one of my colonies just burned trying to get dye. How are we going to get people to be working on this? Like, where's my man here? DeHook, you're into crafting. You're training Fuzzy. Yeah. Yeah, see, DeHook is going to start to chew up a lot of time training my mastodons. I've got 3, and there's another one on the way. And I will fill this entire lime green shag carpeted spaceship with mastodons, so help me God, I will do that. I will have all the mastodons living here. I'd love to actually get the food out of here and put it where it's supposed to be, but we've got our freezer stocked up with too many narcotics. Or at least raw narcotics anyway. Got lots of raw narcotics here. Nothing else is working. We got a lot of tea, tons of smoke leaves, some psychoid leaves, whatever. Knife's down here working on this. Okay, is that the best use of our time? Knife? I'd really like to be making narcotics just to get them out of the freezer. So, DeHook, why don't you take a break from that and prioritize producing hardcore narcotics at the old bench there? Okay, go grab some leaves, roll them up. People set fire to them. Michelle, welcome, welcome, welcome. Michelle, tomfoolery is perfectly fine. We're not saying there's not going to be tomfoolery. I'm not shutting down tomfoolery. What I'm shutting down is lollygagging and dilly-dallying. Okay? And I'm already well into lolly territory. All right, tomfoolery is just part of the show. At no additional charge to you, I might add, Michelle. Okay, tomfoolery is just part of the show. Both tom and foolery. They come together in a perfect union of tomfoolery. Catonius, welcome, welcome. However, we shall not be lollygagging nor dilly-dallying. Okay, I don't want to see either of those. If any of you are in here with the intention of either dillying or dallying, I need you to sharpen up. Okay, we got work to do today. We got work to do. Actually, I'm kind of pleased Knife is working on that flak jacket. I wouldn't mind having that. That'd be okay. So we're basically waiting for a bunch of lynxes to show up and try and kill us in the face. That's fine. Vector has nothing to do. Okay, go... I'd like to say go work on another art piece. I think we're kind of boned for storage. I think there's a problem with storage here. Yeah, let's start extending this into, like, literally anywhere else at this point, because I think there's things we can't pick up. When we land on the next spot, I'm definitely going to start to get some more space in the old spaceship here. Show me my power, because I'd love to... Yeah, let's get rid of that little doohickey there. Deconstruct that power conduit. It is ugly, and it makes me annoyed. All right. Waiting on lynxes. I've got the mastodons. I think the mastodons more than proved their viability in combat. And that really we didn't need to do a lot. We did far more damage to the mastodons by shooting them than any enemy did. They basically took care of the last raid themselves. Hang on. Coffee, face, math. There we go. Much better. Power is going in and out, but that's because we deconstructed our wind turbines. I'm not surprised power is going out. It's supposed to at this point. Vector's up here working on this. Remind me, Vector, are you smart? Not really. Do I want to keep Vector? He does have that art skill, which is not nothing. I really wanted like a hard no on him, but now I'm looking at him more. A lone genius. Oh, Vector, screw off. We've got a lone genius coming in. Hang on, hang on. Grime the lone genius. Oh, I'm taking him. I don't care. Ambi, our favorite alcoholic chicken. How are you? Ambi, I just want to... I want to set some ground rules here. We are neither lollygagging nor dilly-dallying today. Okay? Now, I know a chicken who likes a drink or two might be prone to a little bit of lollygagging. We are not doing that today. We've got a lot to do. A lot to do. Absolutely go take Grime. I will take him no matter what. Yeah, Vector, sorry, dude. I've got a lone genius here. The Manhunters are here. Fun. Fun. Where's my two champions there? You guys, you're running point on this. Congrats. Everyone else... Stench, you're going to have to chill on the lone genius for right now. Thule, you have a gun, right? Yeah, okay. Everyone else, come out here, especially to Hook, because, you know, mastodons. Okay, mastodons is what we're looking for here. Okay, keep it nice and slow for right now. And I say nice and slow. They're coming in hot and heavy here. Those are a lot of mastodons we've got coming in. Obviously, release the animals, and they can run point. Yeah, the mastodons are it. The mastodons are not taking this lightly. Okay, hang on. I gotta pay attention here. Cesspus, you walked right by him. You walked right by him, dude. This is literally your quest. Okay, you just blew it off. The mastodons have already killed one, and they're going. Yeah, they're tag teaming them. Tag teaming them. They're just going in tag team, one at a time. Oh, they're just taking this right out. Buzzkill, you're not wrong. I can absolutely foresee a day where we just don't bother. We just release them. Oh, Berg's down. Could we maybe... Guys, are you going to do anything? Do you want to maybe, like, do something? This is why you're here. Okay, there you go. Okay, now things are starting to happen here. Okay, more shooting and punching and doing things. Everybody do more... Oh, Igor's showed up. Well done, Igor. I think many of my problems have been rectified. So let's undo that. And, Stench, could you... Oh, never mind. Cesspos is on it. Okay, Stench, where did the lone genius dude go? He didn't leave, did he? Oh, he's down there. How banged up are you, Stench? Can you go have a quick conversation? No, you're going to be dead in 8 hours. Probably don't do that. Why don't you go talk to Grime? Okay, go talk to the Grimester down here. And we'll just kind of put this all back together here. Do you have Scaria? Yes. And yeah, they've all got Scaria. They're just going to be awful very, very soon. Somebody go get that weapon. Boy, I've got a lot of corpses out here. Good. I have so many corpses out here. Jaw shattered, destroyed. Wow, we just wrecked those things. Qualail, welcome, welcome, welcome. See, Qualail's got the right idea. We can work the word bodkin into way more sentences than people think. Okay? Strange figure keeps muttering about scientific breakthrough, extensive knowledge of alchemical practice. Oh, he's one of the ones who can transmute steel into valuable stuff. Oh, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. No, welcome to the team. Sorry, Vector, your spot has been taken. I don't know how I'm going to accommodate all of these people. So what do? Yeah, you've got an intellectual of 15, and not a small animals thing. DeHook, what's your gig? You're actually better. Okay, I'll keep you on Mastodon duty. You could actually fulfill some artistic quality. I don't actually... Weirdly, I don't need this many researchers. I've got more researchers than I know what to do with right now. Apparently, yeah, because you're good at animals, you're good at fishing. You might take over that duty if we ever land anywhere that's got water, which we haven't yet. And why don't you do some art as well? Okay, do some art. And then obviously be number one on all the things you got to be number one on right there. No medical skill, huh, kid? Nothing in that regard? No, medical of 1. Speaking of medical, I should probably check in on all the people who are dying. So, Syagria here, how are you doing? Dead in 23 hours to Hook. No immediate danger. Berg is being dealt with right now. Who else could do doctorizing before, or apart from Cesspos here? Stench is down, Thuli's down. Smalline, where'd you go, kid? I love you. Why don't you work for us? Go tend to that janissary. Yeah, fish is food. You're right, Rob. Fish is food. That's something we've known for a very, very long time. Fish are indeed food. And we should exploit that. Hey, Grime, what are you doing? You're researching. Why don't you immediately transmute that steel into something way more valuable than that? Hang on, coffee. Yeah, Buzzkill, I'm awash with intelligent people. I've got too many researchers right now. I don't actually need this many smart people. Wow, 60 gold. Boom, done. I think that's about half of what I'm getting from that quest. And you can do that again in 20 hours. It's random, like it might be gold, it might be silver, it might be bioferrite, but you just got a 60 gold for nothing. You're probably gonna, I don't know, become a demon or have all your organs rot or something. But you know what? That's tomorrow Dave's problem. Or rather, in this case, next week's Dave's problem. Okay, let's just get everyone back up to snuff. Why have I not received... Oh, I see. There's still a Lynx that's technically alive. Okay, when that one dies, we should get our reward. Hey, Igor, I know you're sound asleep. Can you actually start to get some things, please? So haul that, and then I'm going to have you go over and haul the gold, because we are on Operation GTFO. Again, we are neither lollygagging nor dilly-dallying today. Thuli's back up and running. I didn't even know where you were, kid. Oh, you're down here. Look at you, being all in bed and stuff. Igor, what'd you do? Oh, you're resting. Yeah, no, not quite. If you could just go haul that gold, go grab. There we go. There's my pods. Okay, there's some gold and 1 advanced component. Perfect. So, with what he just transmuted, I've got almost 200 pieces of gold. Items to trade from those guys. Maybe when I might have a quick look at that, but probably not going to put a lot of effort into it. Really, we're just on get everyone out of here. Do I have to wait for the royals to leave? Can I leave with them? Oh, they already left. Never mind, they're gone. Yeah, okay, they're gone. Skip that. They've already... I mean, they're not. There's one of them right here. But they're technically not part of the quest anymore. So, are you leaving? Yeah, if you could kind of get off my ship. There you go, bye. No time for you anymore. You are actually broadly useless. I kind of figured you'd attack things by yourself, but you're just terrible at things. Hey, Igor, why don't you go talk to him? You like talking to people. You're a kid. Kids love talking to people. Okay, what have I got? They've got some herbal medicine. I'll take that off of them right there. And what else have they got? Levacube. Okay, void provocation, and also it'll make you insane. Well, how can I possibly pass that up? Obviously, I have to have that. Let's get rid of that uranium knife and some of these other little bits and pieces that we've got in here. We can get rid of that short bow. Honestly, I'd like to just clean out some inventory. Don't get rid of the heavy SMG. That's a good thing. 199 gold I've got right now. 199 gold. Get rid of those things. How much money do they have? Some money. Some money. What else could I sell them? I will take the insanity book. Why not be a little insane around here, I say. And you can have those narcotics. We've already made 12 of those. We'll get rid of that. You can sell like a couple of Luciferium, at least as much as they can afford. There we go. 231 back to me. And they're happy with us. Yay! And we've got a book that's going to make us insane. Agent MOR. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The ship is going to get even bigger than that when we, yeah, I'm losing yak beef here, kids. Guys, I'm losing some yak beef. It's just that we have no power and the thing is broken anyway. Okay, we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go. Hey, Igor, stop cleaning things and go haul things. We gotta get out of here. At bare minimum, we have to get to a safer temperature. So I'm not losing all of my food that I've spent a very, very long time putting together. I think, oh, hang on, there's stuff up here. No, bring us, everybody just haul something, okay? Igor, haul the insanity book. No, don't read it right now. It'll make you insane. I thought we'd covered that. Berg, what are you doing? You're taking a simple meal. Could you not? Actually, could you go get that? And hey, Bringus, why don't you go get that one right there, haul that simple meal. And I think that's going to broadly cover our time here. I think it's time to, as I say, Operation GTFO. What are we? We're 17 minutes in, so you can see I am neither lollygagging nor dilly-dallying. Okay, we're out. We're out of here. All right, so we are indeed out of here. Just for safety, I know they allegedly patched this, but just for safety, I'm going to put everybody in stick close to the ship, and especially the mastodons in stick close to the ship. Okay, so everybody come on in. Everybody get in. All right, I'm pretty sure we're largely where we need to be. Time to leave. Time to leave. Okay, let's launch this puppy. How long did I have? Yeah, 5 days and the mechs are showing up. All right, knife and grime. Yeah, well, actually, that's the good thing about having smart people. They're going to be the pilot and the co-pilot. Smarter the better. So begin that. Medical treatment needed. Yeah, probably. Probably. I imagine it is. Oh, they're just leaving. Okay, so they don't come with us. All right, Smalline, Bringus, and Vector. So basically, yeah, they're out the door. Okay, but apparently that counts as completing the quest. Well, there's an interesting little loophole. So you could have them come in. I wonder how much you can do that. So what if they came in day one? We are refugees, and we're going to come and be refugees over here. Now, Rob, I think they left because we're launching. So, interesting loophole. Okay, geniusosity is exploding right now. All right, I'm just going to fill your face with geniusosity like pasta. If they came in minute one and you accepted them, and then you immediately launched the ship, and they leave, have you then succeeded in the quest? And you're going to get a really cool reward at some point. I think you would. I think anytime we would launch the ship, they're going to be like, okay, bye. But thanks. I wonder if you could do that the second they arrived. If you wanted to save yourself the trouble. It's like a fast track to just getting the cool reward. Because I tell you what, when they say they're sending something good, they're not kidding. It's always a really, really good reward. It's like high-tech stuff or tons of gold or something like that, or plasteel. It's always good stuff. So, interesting little loophole that we may want to exploit in the future. Okay, well, they're out. Yeah, Vector, it wasn't really going to work out, man. Yes, I would like to launch. I know this will burn the map. Okay, here we go. We're out. Yes, as Buzzkill said, we are sadly heading towards Betty's Hellscape, which is right down there. Now, what are we going to do on the way there? What is that? 140, what is that? That is large hills, marble and granite. It's warm. It's very warm over there. It's very, very warm. Plants are hardy. All right, open plains, scattered groves of trees. I'd like to see way more groves of trees. I don't think we're going to get that, though. We got to go through the desert. We're going to have to spend at least some time in the desert. Maybe we do a faster hop this time, because I'd like to get over here into the forest and then go to Betty's Hellscape. I don't want to be in the desert, per se, but what's over here? Yeah, it's very, very warm there. Very little arable land, no animals. Okay, what if we went, say, over here? What have we got? No pollution. That's good. Dry. Open plains, grasses, and bushes, scattered groves of trees. Moderate density of animals. Not a lot of arable soil. Okay. That might be about the best I'm going to get. There's no scenario where I don't have to go through a desert. Unless there's something in this direction. I'd really prefer to go that way if we could. Could we maybe go around the desert? Could I go like here to there? That might be slightly smarter. Slightly smarter. Like, what's here? That's small hills. Okay. Good for farming and ranching. Lack of trees, though. Lack of trees. And there's no geothermal. Absolutely no geothermal. Well, that's not really going to work out. We just researched it. Should we maybe land somewhere and murder people? That's an idea. Maybe we just take someone else's stuff. No, let's not lead with murder. All right, let's try this. Open plains, grasses, moderate density of animals. It's warm, but it's not crazy warm unless we get a heat wave. No pollution. We do need wood, Buzzkill. You're not wrong. I don't think we're getting a lot of wood unless we start going in the wrong direction. And I want to keep going with getting more of the Gravlite panels. So let's just continue to head. I think that's what we're doing. Let's go there. Let's just go there. Okay. The SS Geniusosity is off. It's flying. It probably shouldn't. But we're doing it. Okay. This is probably going to be just as bad, isn't it? Wait, refugee left behind? Yeah, no, we didn't like Vector. No, we're fine with no Vector. Thank you. Oh, we have failed the quest. One of the desperate refugees who has to stay with you is left behind. Ah, okay. All right, so if I'd refused him, we probably would have been in good shape. All right, if I refused him, he probably would have been in good shape because he was like on the, well, we were on the fence. Okay, I think that loophole still works. And I know it does because I'm a genius. Hashtag Geniusosity. All right, bug. Okay, this map sucks. This map is awful. All right, obviously we want to be up here because that's the only place we've got any sort of fertile soil. Maybe over here. No bugs up here, right? Is there any steel up here? Oh, no, there's plasteel, though. It's a huge vein of plasteel over there. There's some components, and there's a little bit of steel down there. This seems like the logical spot right here. I could tap right into that geothermal right there. There's animals to slaughter. Everyone's going to love that. That's going to be a good time. Any more geothermal up? There's one up there. Okay, we're going to land here. So, and make sure, Dave, give yourself some space to expand, because that's the whole point of you coming here. Well, it's not. The whole point of us coming here is that we avoid the mechs. However, let's also work on perhaps expanding the ship a little bit. So don't go too close to that mountain range. Let's start down here-ish. Okay, confirm that, please. Okay, the SS Geniusosity coming into land here. Coming into land. Rob, you're thinking like event guy, and I get that. Okay, everybody stop. Okay. Done that, or rather didn't do that. Didn't do that. Don't care about that. Grab nausea. Okay, knife is a little nauseous. That's fine. That's fine. What is Frozen Terraformer? Thank you very much. That is energy signature. Okay, so this is the bunker again. Gravlite panels and a grav core. Yeah, we definitely want that. Where is it? Are you kidding me? Where are we? We're way down there. I wish you told me that a second ago, because I could have headed in that direction. I could have started moving in that direction. That would have been nice if I'd known that. That would have been super. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so things to do. Things to do. I think after we research this and we get the microelectronics, Whoosy McWhatsit, we're going to look at the next grav ship thing. What is that called? It's not orbital tech, standard grav tech, because that'll get me a large chem fuel tank, and I could get larger thrusters, which one would logically assume we could go farther. I mean, that just kind of seems to make sense, right? Okay, we're here, kids. Everyone go like where they want to go. Everybody's unrestricted, and the animals can be in the home zone. Okay, let's start to get the party going here. Start getting all of that agave right away. That's food. Start mining the plasteel. That is money right there. I need that. And then we researched it. Let's get up a geothermal generator. Geothermal generator. Thank you. All right, and then I did say with this one we might want to look a little bit more defensively. And I could actually easily wall that area off. Oh, thank God we've got carpets. Okay, it's about time. All right, multi-analyzer, go. All right, get out of that. Knife, I can't make anyone do research because it's a long-term thing. Let's just, while I'm waiting for somebody to start researching things, let's get some things going on here. So get growing zones going. So one of those like right here, and maybe... No, okay, that's fine too. Everything is fine. Everybody stop panicking. I don't know why you guys are always panicking. Put something like that in there. We're not starving. Yeah, do potatoes in there. That's a perfectly good thing to put in there. We're not starving, but I'd like to get food going sooner rather than later. We got some more stuff we could do over here. Why don't we get some more psychoid growing? Because, you know, handy stuff to have. What with the genetic predisposition to needing it. And where did I see? There's another juicy plot of arable land around here somewhere. There's one way over there. Okay, that's a little bit far. I can grow here. It's not that I can't grow stuff here. It's just not going to grow as quickly. Well, if we got carpet making, let's start getting some cotton, because I'm having shag carpet all over this place. So cotton, and then how about another one of... That's not what I wanted to do. How about another one of something that I haven't quite determined yet? So this could be... strawberries, sure. Okay, cut down any tree that exists, but once again, we need to do this. Do the bugs need addressing? Yes and no. Yes and no. But a strong idea. So what we're gonna do is create a no bug zone, as we often do. So manage areas, new area, and this is going to be the no bug zone. Okay. No bug zone. And then invert that for me. And then we are going to clear some of that. So the no bug zone area, we don't go anywhere down here. Okay? That is verboten. Just go nowhere down there. All right? That should be plenty. All right? And what is likely to happen is other people who wander in will just start killing bugs or getting killed by bugs. Knife, what are you doing? You're meditating. At a steel. Okay. Yeah, whatever you're into, kid. Whatever you're into. Okay. Many things have just been put in place here. We're already working on the geothermal. So let's get the power on, first of all. That would be really, really hype. So power down to there. And then I want to put that in a box in case people come by that want to destroy it. Got plenty of slate. Let's do something funky with slate. It's not really going to be that funky. In fact, there's going to be no funk involved. This will be funkless. What did I just say to myself? Slate. Okay. So slate, 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 and slate. I mean, now I'm just committed to Betty's Hellscape. I really wish they'd showed me that other one 5 seconds before we launched. Okay, Grunt, welcome, welcome, welcome. First time making a stream. First time, well, long time listener, first time caller. And if you get that reference, boy, are you on the right channel. Grunt, let me point out my mastodons. I have 3 of them with a 4th on the way. Because you're probably saying to yourself, hey, Dave, how many mastodons do you have? Great question, Grunt. I have 3 with a 4th one on the way. You made the zone. Did you tell people to go in? And no, of course I didn't. That's admin work. Okay, everybody be in the no bug zone. That's for administrators. I don't do admin stuff. I could just get up some wind turbines. Oh, I was going to chop down everything that lived. Right. Remember that, Dave. You need to chop down everything that lives. If it's a tree, kill it. Don't eat any trees. Just go ahead and kill all the trees. Now, let's look at some expansion here. Hang on, I have to have coffee live inside my face. There we go. Coffee's better. Okay. Show me my range here. Yeah, I think I want to go up. Like this. So I could do... Oh, hang on. Grime's on board here. Grime, can you go use the... Just check, Dave, just in case. Yes, you are on the multi-analyzer. Could you go use the Persona Core, please? because that way we will immediately and instantaneously learn a thing that takes 4,000 points to learn. I think Grime might get slightly better at it too. All right, great, got that. Cool. Let's go. What did I just say? The GravTech one. Yeah, go to standard GravTech for right now. Okay, and then I'm going to have to move one of the Mastodon beds, unfortunately. But let's put that, say, down in the hospital. And then I can put... Actually, where am I going to put the multi-analyzer? No, we need to move this shelf more than anything. Reinstall that just over here for right now, because I can't think of where else to put it. How's the temp in here? 92. Yeah, that's because there's no power. Yeah, there's no power here. We have 0... Well, we have 2 wood-fired generators, but they're not holding all of that together. That ain't happening. Is radio still a thing? Yes, it's largely done by computers now, as I understand it. But yes, it's still a thing. In my work, I actually listen to the radio because, well, reasons. And you can tell it's largely computer generated. It's just an algorithm putting out songs on repeat. There's no more DJs or really anything anymore. It's just commercials and then the same, I'm going to say 57 songs played in rotation all day. Let's get things moving a little bit faster here. Is there anything to kill? Let's start the killing. There's camels. Kill a few camels. There's an iguana. The locusts we're not going to go anywhere near because that's bug territory right there. Okay, this is coming together. I should have everything I need for that. That should be okay. Could we get someone... Well, there's no point putting up all the stuff until we actually have power in play. There's no real reason to get into that. But I could put up some wind turbines. There's no reason we can't have extra power. Rob has a few humans in the building, and you schedule the music. Humans still do that. I can tell you for a fact we have a radio station, at least 2 locally, that are entirely computer generated. It's basically AI. I'm sure there's like a human who kind of says, do this, but largely it is in fact all computer generated. We have one station that still has DJs. And they don't talk much. Grime can transmute steel again. Nifty. Nifty. Yeah, I'm just going to put up a wind turbine just for extra power. Oh, wait, we know solar now. Yeah, I forgot we did solar. So let's just put up a solar or 2. I don't really care squat about the happy tree. Yeah, we're losing a lot of meat here. We've got to get power going. We've got to get power. Ambient, no, I'm going to guess it's about 57. Yeah, one of the local stations, which is like generic music of the last 30 years. There's like 5 Michael Jackson songs, 5 Queen songs, and then some other assorted things going on. 100% believe the radio station is completely programmed by AI. Oh, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I listen to the one that still has DJs because it actually has more variety because of humans doing it. So they basically play, heavy rotation stuff, but then they'll like throw in weird stuff. And they do have a little propensity for 80s stuff. So, like, occasionally they'll just throw in some deep track Smith song or Cure or something like that. Like, not the famous stuff, like the like deep tracks. It's fun like that. And then I got to listen to the same, like, 20 songs that are in heavy rotation. But whatever. I still technically listen to the radio. Okay. We can't really do much of anything until we get power up and running. So, no real point starting to build a lot of stuff, but I could at least plan it out. So I think we want to go like this. That's my plan, like that. I need more storage, more than anything. I really need some more storage. Oh, I should probably check on the people who are hideously injured. That's one of the reasons we're not getting much done. Everyone is hideously injured. Hideously, I say. Stench, yeah. Yeah, the Lynx quest was not nothing in terms of injuries. That was not our, didn't actually work out that well in that regard. I was hoping the disposable heroes would take care of it, but they haven't. I see we've already killed an iguana and 2 camels. That's unfortunate because it's 72 degrees in here. I probably should have held off on that. Probably should have just kind of backtracked that a little bit. Let's make sure we're making plenty of chem fuel so we can refuel the ship. Yeah, because we can't really go anywhere right now. I mean, we could, but not very far. Buzzkill, I misread that. I didn't see the sides parts, and I actually thought you said you wanted a station that plays only bees. Which that'd be like one of them, ASMR, AMSR, whatever. I still don't know what the deal is with that. But I mean, I understand what it's supposed to be, I just don't get it. It's kind of like those trading card games. I just don't get it. It just doesn't sit in my brain properly. But a station that plays only bees. Just bees. Buzzing. Like 24 hours a day. I'll tell you where you're at. There's a market for that. Buzzkill, you're onto a stroke of genius there. There's a market for that. The bee station. Just bees. All day, all night. You know, with some commercial breaks, obviously, because you got to pay for the bees. Somebody should be picking... Yeah, no, I think the kid's in charge of Mastodon refuse duty, I think. This is done. Okay, so we can at least start to get the thingamajiggy done there. So where's that under? Production? Show me this. High-tech research bench. There we go. The multi-analyzer. And no. Yes, I do want that, actually. So what do you think I have? You think I have all of this, but if I put that there, it's going to block the... You're not going to be able to get to the thing. I don't think they can walk through that. I'm pretty sure they can't. Okay, we're going to need a slightly bigger research room. Where do I think that might live? Things used to be cool because they were on the radio. Now they're on the radio because they're cool. Look, radios come, radios go, but it's all about background noise to me. I just want something on in the background while I'm working. Because often when I work, it's very quiet, so I don't want to put up with that. I mean, it may surprise you to know that I kind of talk nonstop. So if I'm not talking, then I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. Not really. I'm really not like that, but kind of a little bit. Totally, yes. Okay. I may have to accelerate my. Actually, we've gotten along fine without the multi-analyzer right now. Don't rush things, Dave. Okay. Geniusosity is rushed, it's true, but genius takes its time. Geniusosity just careens off the bridge into a lake of awesome. It must be said, but careens off the bridge nonetheless. Okay, if I wanted to start doing that, what have I got? I only have 91 panels. I can't do a huge expansion. Maybe something like down here and then down there and maybe a little bit more in there. So, for instances, if I wanted to just extend just this, what would I get? 28 panels. Okay. That's not bad. I can work with that. Do like a little bit more. Okay, now we're up to 35 panels. You know what? Go ahead and do that. So 35, 91. Wow, that's like a third of my panels, isn't it? Okay, don't do that, because I want something better than that. All right, 91 panels. I just don't have a lot. What could I reconfigure and or get rid of? Is there anything we don't need in here? I mean, I don't really need the private bedrooms. I could make that into one big bedroom. But I kind of feel that's nice for people. I got to get a bigger research room, though, if I'm going to get the multi-analyzer in there. How are we doing on power, kids? Yeah, we're taking a lot of time building the walls. It's just, maybe power would be good, too. Any steel local? P.S., by the way? Any little veins of steel anywhere? No, but I'll go get those components. That'll do. What do you got down here? Now, we're kind of getting into the no-bug zone down here a little bit. There's some steel. Okay, somebody go mine that. Get those components. What's this made out of? Sandstone? Sure. Break that down when you get a chance. So, deconstruct all of that. Probably check to see if there's a roof, Dave, before you do that. Nope, no roof. We're good. Nobody's going to die. Yay! Okay. This I could renegotiate a little bit. I think we're getting kind of boned on storage here. I think our problem is going to be storage. Fill the gaps in where the thrusters used to be. Quite a lot to gain from minimum grav tiles. No, absolutely. Again, Rob, this should just be a box. It should just be a cube. That's all. I'm wasting precious real estate doing this ship like this, but it makes me happy to do so. Stench is fighting with Berg in the hospital, so that's handy. That worked out well. Cool. Just patch yourselves up, kids. Just you're not really contributing to anything else. Oh, we got some power going. Okay, one solar panel just clicked on. Neat. Because I really need this temperature going down. And indeed it is. How about the one over here? Yeah, that's going down nicely too. Okay, good. We won't lose quite as much food as I thought. Where's my... Oh, it's in the other room. Never mind, I figured it out. Yeah, I could dump the thrusters down like one more tile. Actually, this would not be a bad spot to expand, but that's going to be the limit of my thing there. I know I can move the whatever you call it, the extender. I could move that down, and that would give me more room down there. But, consequently, I was just put the thrusters somewhere else. Maybe this is the room that I renegotiate a little bit. If I wanted to do that, which I kind of do, where would I put the tanks? Because those are the bigger things. You know what? The first thing I can do is get these 2 wood generators out of here. Once we got the geothermal hooked up, we don't really need power in the ship. Badger, welcome, welcome. You obviously enjoy the radio. It soothes the voices in your head. Unfortunately, Badger, the voices in my head is me. It would be great if I had other people's voices in my head. I should have Mrs. Dave's voice in my head. That would probably be very handy. She's much more sensible than I am. She makes much more rational decisions. I should have her voice in my head, but I don't. Anyone's voice in my head. Napoleon. I don't even know Napoleon, and my knowledge of French is spotty at best. I would have no idea what he's saying. He'd be like, hey, I'm Napoleon in French. And I'd be like, okay, I understood the word Napoleon and not much else. Then you got the hat and, you got the whole look going on. So I'm going to assume you are, in fact, Napoleon. And then he'd say like a bunch of stuff in French. And I don't know, I'd be like, what does that mean? Do you want like a coffee, a bagel, a baguette? I don't know, one of those 3 things is French, you pick. And then he'd be like, dude, I am totally Napoleon, but he'd say it in French. And he's like, I live inside your head and I'm trying to give you like wicked smart ideas. And I'm like, that's cool, dude. Except A, I don't know what you're saying, and B, I didn't even understand that bit. So here is a baguette, frankly, because I can understand that it is indeed French, but not so much what you're saying in French. So I'm just going to assume if you're French, I should just shove a baguette in your mouth until you shut up. That's the voices in my head, Badger. That's the voices in my head. You see with that probably there should be different voices in my head, because the voices in my head just produced what you just heard. Okay? Now, for some of you, it's entertainment. For me, I have to live with this. Mrs. Dave's voice in my head would be way smarter. Way, way smarter. How long till the baby arrives? I'm assuming you mean the baby mastodon. We've got... Yeah, let's ditch these. These are unnecessary at this point. I've got better power. So we can just get rid of those. We've got beds for everyone down here. Okay, maybe I blow these areas out and renegotiate some stuff in here. That's an interesting idea. So just slam it into pause mode. I have very important decisions to make here. So if I said this, let's see, that would be... Let's just mark it out. You can always cancel it. So if I did something... get to the diagonal bit, because I like my diagonals. Like that. And then in like that. I should have counted that. Now I'm going to have to go in and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, about 25-ish. Okay. That could work. Not quite. Yeah, see, I'm not going to get a lot of hull space, though. But then I could blow out all of these walls. Okay, let's duplicate that. I think I'm onto something here, and I'm very, very excited about it. So do this and this. And then do the diagonally bit. Now, what did I do? I started here, and we went to... here, yes. Okay, because it's got to be even. If it's not even, I'm going to lose my freaking mind. That looks even. Okay, do that, team. Do that. Do that. Everybody go do the thing that I just told you to do. Except do it, a knife has food poisoning. Incompetent cook. Yeah, nobody's surprised by that. Oh, that's the agave coming in. I couldn't possibly... Igor, you probably don't need to clean the fields as much as you need to clean, like, literally anything else. Like, maybe stuff that's inside the ship. Might be a good idea. How about inside the ship? Where is DeHook these days? Resting. Okay. Let's look at crafting. Because it's primarily DeHook at this point. And, oh no, that's fishing, Dave. You're looking at the wrong thing. It's primarily DeHook and nobody else. Berg's on it and Knife's on it. Can you do any crafting? No, you're terrible. God, you're just awful. All of you are awful. Yeah, it is basically DeHook and Huzimik, what's it? Hang on. Getting Vax Stone. Okay, I thought it was Vax Stone, and I thought it was a new drug I had to deal with in this game. Standard Gravtech is done. Okay, slam everything into pause mode. I gotta look at getting stoned on Vax. So, you have the technology to build large thrusters. Yes. They require vac-stone blocks. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I can't get those on the planet. Okay, so we're going to need vac suits. Well, we have 3 people with vac suits. And I can do that with a transport pod, shuttles, or a grav ship. Interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to get those right away. Let me look at the planet, actually. Can we? Yeah, let's view orbit. So, like, right here. Okay, vac-stone with traces of uranium. Vac-stone with traces of silver. Jump to there. No. View. No, I don't want to view the planet. I want to view exactly what I'm looking at right now. All right, so they're there. I could go and get them. Vac-stone with plasteel. Vac-stone with plasteel. Like, what's this over here? The Trade Consortium. Yeah, I think we're trying to get friendly with them. All right. So go back to research then. That was a little bit of a waste because we're not going to be able to do anything with that immediately. But I would like to move on that fairly quick. Let's do growth vat? Medicine production. I could shove the kid in a tube for a while. So let's address the issue of what? A wild woman. Snake the Wild Woman. Okay, what is your problem today, Snake the Wild Woman? Go do things. You're any good? Wow, you have a crafting of 12. I want a crafting of 12? The Leaf of Man-Pork. Wait, what? You called your religion the Leaf of Man-Pork? Do you know how wrong that sounds? Do you know how many flags I'm getting from YouTube saying that out loud? This was your religion? You crafted an ideology of spiritual progress and fulfillment. And you say, you know what? I'm going to call it man-pork. Do you know, I can't keep saying that out loud. I can't do that. There's a manly festival. Oh, great. That'll go well with the Leaf of Man-Pork. Those will go well together. Okay. So, Snake, how aggro are you going to get? Actually, you're 10% that we can tame you. Give it a shot. Because she's got an amazing crafting skill. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Leaf of Man-Pork ideology. You know what, Snake? I may have you try to convert everyone else. You might be onto something there, kid. You might be onto something. Okay, how are we doing on the geothermal here? Things exist. We just got to finish building it. And it looks like the solar is just kind of doing what I need it to do in temporarily. Okay, well, now that I've said man-pork, I'm going to put some coffee in my face. What is the manly festival here? Okay, the 3rd of Jugust. Oh, how did I let that slide by? How did I let that slide by? Begin the manly festival. I mean, sure. Sure, if you guys want to do it, I don't care. The man-pork lady might come down and hang out for this one. Let's do a thing. What was that called again? The manly festival? Is there a reason we can't do this? Is there a reason I'm not immediately seeing this? Conversion. Wow, we got a lot of festivals. There's that patriotic thing we never did. There we go, the manly festival. What's the problem? Yeah, just do it. Go ahead, have a party, kids. Have it. The manly festival has begun, and we're all boogieing down for this. There's clearly boogieing going on. I did not authorize boogieing, but we are clearly boogieing here. Okay. Well, this has been a day. We've landed, we've started partying, and there's somebody from the Leaf of Man-Pork or something. I hope we don't get in trouble either, Spike Little Girl. I'm really hoping that. What? Oh, it was fun. We had a fun manly festival. Yeah, it's like Provincetown. So yeah, it was fun. All right, great, good. And that's over. What else do I need to deal with? We have low medicine. Do I have anyone who knows how to do heal root? You know what? There's a little patch up here. You'll tell me in a sec whether I do or don't. So put a little patch of heal root right up here. Yeah, okay, apparently I do, because they're not arguing with me about it. All right, so back to work. So we're going to get rid of these power generators. We're going to extend here and then renegotiate some areas to do something I haven't quite determined yet. Also, how much cloth do I have? Can I get my shag carpet in place? Totally can. Totally, absolutely can. Okay, let's begin the carpeting procedure, obviously. Hey, Dave, it says, you got tattered apparel over there. Do you maybe want to make clothing? No, I want shag carpeting. Why would you even ask that? Oh, it's Grime. Grime, that's probably because you're not on your thing. So Grime, clear that forced, and then don't wear terrible clothes. Nobody wear terrible clothes. It's just that simple. We'll get a disco ball at some point. Don't worry about the disco. We'll figure out disco at some point. Disco will happen. So this is getting done. That's cool. I'm not going to be able to do much more with the ship until we get more panels. Yeah, this is really going to bring me right down to the wire on panels. I've got other cloths and leathers that I can be doing clothing with. What have I got here? Make pants, make t-shirts. Yeah, nobody's really on that right now. So obviously, let's start carpeting the place. So let me get some carpet. Do you have a really lime green? I'd love a lime green. Not really a lime green. That's pretty... Let's do that one. Let's do that. Let's start in... I want this to be the focal point of the ship. So let's do that in green carpet. Agent MOR, I'm going to politely request you never use that phrase again. How about just as a group, as a community here, as a community that has rallied around this insanity, as a community that is clinging for dear life to the Dave train, how about we just never say the phrase man-pork carpet? Okay? Let's just draw a line in the sand. I know I am the first person to cross over lines. I look at a line and think it's a big red button. Let me just jump over that line. You know what? Line schmine. Okay? But I think we need to draw a hard line in the sand, Agent MOR, to say that we never, ever use the phrase man-pork carpet again. Okay? This is twice I've had to say it out loud now. Let's not go for number 3. Okay? Let's not go for number 3 here. All right? I have been dangling on the precipice of YouTube flags by continually and unrepentantly, I might add, saying the word mastodon until YouTube stops me. I cannot start saying man-pork carpet. All right? Look, that's number 3. That's number 3 right there. Okay? I'm already on number 3 there. So let's not go for number 4, shall we? How are we doing? We're not making any progress on the geothermal at all. We are kind of focused over here. That's neat. That's cool. So it looks like after this, I think they put all the materials in place. So after this, I'll have 41 tiles. Oh, wait a minute. Can I actually do this? Yeah, wow, I just called that. Yeah, it just sits within... Actually, why not just go do these 2 tiles down here? Then you could probably... Oh, okay. I see the beauty of it. Do 2 tiles there and 2 tiles there, and then I'm put the thrusters here on these things. It's all going to make sense. Rob, why would somebody saying Mastodon get me in trouble? That's very true. But YouTube is a computer, and it mishears things constantly. Go ask Pench. He got flagged for saying the word... Now, I have to say this carefully. Ship, with a P. Ship. On one of his videos that was about, well, no surprise, a cruise ship. I'm going to keep accentuating the plosive there because he got flagged for that. So I'm assuming if I just say mastodon enough, they're going to think it's something else and flag me for it. I cannot possibly continue to say man-pork carpet. No, I mean that's got to be a flag right there. That's got to be a flag. There's got to be somebody who's going to go, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Flag that guy. That's got to be a community guideline. We don't even know what it means, but it doesn't sound right. It can't be correct. So again, let's as a group, let's just all agree never to say man-pork carpet again. I think I'm on like number 5 or 6 at this point. It's been a lot of man-pork carpet. You see there, I've done it again. I've done it again. Is what I've done there. Okay. Wow. Why do we have a? Okay, we kind of didn't quite get that dromedary processed in time. All right, let's. We need a zone out here for dead animals. So put something over there and clear all of that. Only rotten animal. Actually, you can put rotten humans up there too. But rotten animals, rotten humans. So if somebody wanted to move that within the fullness of time, that would be great. We are, again, we're on the no bug zone. Excellent. We are on the no bug zone. And this will be up and running soon. Actually, I should put the solar panels in a box too. Those will get targeted. And like, Dave, don't put solar panels inside a house. That's literally not how solar works. Okay? No, I will hopefully remember to take the roof off. That would be ideal. Move the freezer aircon. Maybe, although it's still quite warm in this area, I might just use this as generic air conditioning for the place. I've got one over there, one over in the hospital. I was kind of hoping between all the vents, Rob, my vent guy, that would kind of cool the ship down, but it's a little too much to ask. I'm asking a little bit too much of that. Okay, so I want to move the thrusters over here. All right, move that one over there. They haven't quite finished that one yet, so I'll just wait for that. And then that'll give me a little bit more room all the way around this. Oh, this air conditioning. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. I should definitely move that. Yeah, that's in completely the wrong spot. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about the one up here. Oh, yeah, no, this is a hot mess. Oh, this won't work at all. Can I put an air conditioner through a diagonal? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. What I could do is maybe bring that down like that, and then I could put one here. Would they let me do that? Certainly not. It can't be right. Would they let me put that like that? Just for giggles, do that. I want to see if that works. It shouldn't. I don't think that's going to... It's going to make my ship look like a mess. Nobody wants that sort of nonsense. But, I mean, you need a Manport carpet t-shirt. Don't we all, really? I mean, when we get right down to it, we want to make our statement clear. So let's put this over here. Okay. And eventually we'll get these done. Don't bother refueling that ever, by the way. Just tear those things apart. We don't need them in there. So again, I'm going to build... I don't really have a lot of wood, and there's not a lot of trees here. Igor, you're doing a great job, kid, but you're cleaning up a field. Could you maybe clean up the ship? How about the ship? In fact, you know what, Igor, to really force you to do that, why don't you... Where are you, Igor? Why don't you be and stick close to the ship? How about you don't leave the ship? All right, just clean that place up. Hey, Igor, can you deconstruct things with, like, no skill? Actually, do you do that? Are you old enough to do that? Yeah, no, you can't. Okay, you're not even old. How old are you? You're 6. Boy, that's a useless age. That's just useless. Also, I have giant holes in my ship now. Just giant holes in my ship. Okay, let's begin the great process of deconstruction then. So, deconstruct this and that. This is gonna be a fidget. Wait, don't do that one. I want that wall. I'm not sure why, but I want that wall. Deconstruct this and all of that and that. That wall will obviously stay because, you know, you need a wall on these ships. And then I feel like they should not be able to do this. But just for having a conversation, Stench, can you do that? Apparently you can. Work on that. Do that. What's that going to look like when it's done? It's not going to look that good, is it? Oh well, I may or may not learn to cope with this. I also might just figure out a different way to do this. So, is that right? I feel like that's a giant hole in the ship. I really do. Also, P.S., by the way, start freezing that. And then deconstruct this one? I don't like that. Like, I really don't like that at all. That does not mesh well with my sensibilities. And I'm a man who has sensibilities, let me tell you. So let's... Ooh. Alright, deconstruct that. And then... I kind of see how this is going together, and yet kind of don't at the same time. Boy, I hope the mechs aren't coming anytime soon. Because I have giant holes in my ship. And why aren't people working on my shag carpet? What the hell is going on around here? Where's the problem? The problem right now. What did I do over here? Psychoid. Okay. That's fair and reasonable. I just want them to start cutting down trees. That's the thing. I probably have enough to do a quick box. What do we do there? I got the limestone. You know what? Do it in limestone. So, limestone. The thing that says limestone, Dave. That's not the tab you wanted. So, do a limestone wall. I said I wanted to work more on... like defensive capabilities here. I don't really know how that's coming together. And then put a door in there. Put a door in there. Okay. And then don't put a roof on that. I mean, I'll tell them to do that once they put the roof on there. But we'll take the roof off. I just don't want raiders targeting my power. Geothermal is up and running. How's that doing for the batteries? We nice and charged up? Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's some power coming in. Yeah, we're not going to bother with the wood generators anymore. That's very, very silly. Okay. I need people to just sort of do things. Igor, what are you doing? You're cleaning the animal filth. Yes, I imagine there's a lot of it. I imagine there's no shortage of animal filth around here. Let me get rid of another pop-up here. So give me Misk. Give me a meditation spot. A bounty for Susumu. I feel like we just did that. I mean, we didn't do it, but yeah, the abandoned orbital platform. Yeah, we did that. It just had a different name attached to it. I would love the pilot sub-persona core. That'd be fantastic. But we're not doing that. So research I will do. I love doing research. How about we get into some turrets? How about a turret pack? Wearable pack, deploy a battery-powered turret. I wonder what it takes to make that, though. How about we just did regular turrets? You want to just do... Oh, I've done them. Oh, good for me. Oh, that's exciting. I didn't actually know I've done that. I've done that. Everybody just stop panicking. I did that. I don't know why you guys are always panicking about things. Beer, trees, bridges. Yeah, I can kind of skip a lot of that. I'm kind of interested in the hunter drone. Yeah, releases hunter drones. Pursue hostiles. Detonate within range. You know what? Do it. I just want to see what it's going to be. So, show me the hunter pack. Okay, what do I need? A machining table. 60 steel, 40 chem fuel, and 2 components. That's not that bad. That's okay. I can cope with that. Yeah. And then maybe I'll look at transport pods to go to those asteroids. I've got... Well, I had 3 people with vac suits. They've decided to go off script on that. Fishing. So, again, Agent MOR. I am no fishologist. Okay? I am no marine biologist. I am no zoologist. Ichthyologist? Is that the one with the fish? Is it ichthyologist? The fish? Is that ichthy stuff? Or is that like when you know how to do words properly? I don't really remember. Anyway, I'm none of those things, Agent MOR. And I know you're looking at me going, Dave, you must have a, well, at least competent passing knowledge of marine biology. You would be incorrect. I got jump scared by a sea turtle once. That's how unfamiliar I am with marine biology. That's a true story. So you would be saying to yourself, Dave, talk to me about fish. And Agent MOR, again, without any even passing knowledge of marine biology, the one thing I do know about fish, it's like literally their thing, is that they live in water. And what we have here, Snake. Oh, it's Snake the lady. Oh, okay. I thought, wait, I forgot. We haven't actually converted her. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Yep, that ain't happening. Wait, you're sleeping. What? Okay, so you've become one with the bugs. Never mind. You know what? I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to get back to Agent MOR's question about fish. Is the one thing about fish is they live in water. I think it's one of their defining characteristics. I don't like lots of things are in and out of water. Sure, like a crocodile, in and out of water. Want to be in the water? Cool. You want to be out of the water? That's cool. However, with fish, they're pretty much only in the water. Like, that's their thing. Like, we live in the water and nowhere else. We literally derive oxygen through water. If you take us out of the water, we die. Even though there's oxygen out there. We cannot process that. So what we've got here, what we've got here is a complete and utter lack of water. So we got bugs. I got bugs. If you want to do bugs, that's another sort of ology. I don't remember what kind of ology that is, but it's a completely different ology. We've got bugs. So entomology. That's the one with the bugs. You know how I know that? Do you know how I know entomology is the one with the bugs? Because there's a really old Peter Graves like B-movie sci-fi 50s thing where he is an entomologist. And that's how I know it, because he studies bugs, you see. So it's not because I learned it in school. I learned it from a 50s Peter Graves movie. where he fights like giant locusts or something. I don't really remember, but he was very into it. He's like, we got to fight these giant locusts. Boy, these giant locusts, they're just eating people. And that ain't okay, because I'm one of those people, and they're going to try and eat me eventually. So I'm Peter Graves, and I'm going to be really good at fighting the insects, like better than the army. And he was. He like went to the army, and he's like, you guys suck. And the army's like, dude, we are in fact the army, so like we don't suck at like killing things. That's like kind of our jam, frankly. And he's like, no, I am Peter Graves, and I am an entomologist, and therefore I am better at bugs than the army is. And the army's like, look, Peter, I hear what you're saying. We're going to go ahead and just shoot them. And then the army's like, okay, let's go shoot the bugs. And then all of a sudden, like, the army gets destroyed. And then, like, they go listen to Peter Graves, and Peter Graves is standing there like, told ya. And he's a little smug about it. But also he's like willing to help. And he's like, okay, now I will help you fight the bugs. So that was a long-winded way of getting to a point, which is that's how I know what entomologists are. Because that's what Peter Graves... Snake, why do you keep playing with the bugs? Could you come out of the no-bug zone? Because I would honestly like to try and tame you. You've got an insanely good crafting skill. What is that down there? Ooh, that's just hard. That's gold. There's just gold down here. Wow, there's just gold. Good map for resources. Actually, not that great for steel, but I bet there's more around here somewhere. I should pay attention to things. So, I mean, look, nobody loves talking about Peter Graves more than me. I'm a Peter Graves, well, I'd like to say fan, but I'm not. I have a knowledge of Peter Graves, really, is what it is. More than entomology, or in fact, ichthyology. So, this freezer thing seems to be working. Actually, it could be this one. I don't know. We'll find out when we take this one out. Royal Tribute Collector. We're not going to sweat that too much. We're not going to worry about that. Let's start to close the ship in. So let's do a hull here, here, and then here. Wow, they're right on that. They love doing that hull. They're like, wow, we cannot wait to be inside an enclosed area. Oh boy. Gonna look forward to that one. If you guys could kind of deconstruct everything else, that'd be wicked super of you. I would love it if you did that. Especially the aircon unit now, because now that's pumping hot air into the ship, which is less than ideal, it must be said. Hey, Thule, what are you doing? You're hauling a simple meal. Could you just... Oh, you're not assigned to constructing. Well, you're silly then. Stench, you're watching television. That's a terrible idea. Could you actually deconstruct that for me? Thank you. So it's not pumping out air. You know, hot air into the ship. There we go. Thank you. Now, I still need to seal that off, though. Because, you know, otherwise... Actually, maybe not. Because my idea was to take it to here. So if we did that... Actually, maybe bring that down even one more. Then I could have more room in the freezer. Okay, cancel... I need people to be doing things. Could you deconstruct that? No, like, literally deconstruct all of this, please. I really need you to be working on this. No. Okay, that was a little too quick. That's fine. I'll fix it. You know what, just keep it frozen for right now, and at least I can kind of stop and think there. All right, let's start doing some different power now that I'm ripping walls out. So do power down to there, and then we're going to deconstruct the rest of that. Could somebody please just do this? Stench, where are you now? You are, in fact, doing exactly what I wanted you to do. Good job, Stench. Well done, Stench. Good job for you. The thrusters seem to be fine. They seem to be working out just fine. I might put a door down here. That'd probably be a real snazzy idea. Nice little door. Everyone would like a door down here. So those are gone. Okay, now I've got a huge cavernous area down here. How many beds do I actually need? So Thule and Grime both need a bed. All right, I think with my expanded freezer idea... Yeah, that cooler's just bugging the heck out of me. I got to change that. I know, I'm going to do unnecessary things to make my eyes feel better. Welcome to my world. Okay, welcome. Okay, welcome. So, actually, hang on. Do I even need to do that? No, I can put it right there. Cancel everything I just said. Everything I said was just a test. And you have passed the test by not doing it. So, put this over here, and then that will make much more sense. And then I'll put a hull back where that used to be. Okay. Many things are going on right now. I would like to begin deconstructing this and that. Okay? So I need, like, if I got 2 beds. Hang on, this is unowned. Who used to live there? Oh, I gave that to one of the refugees. Right. Right, because I wanted them to join. This is a terrible room, though. Don't I have an ascetic? I thought I had an ascetic in here. You have void fascination. You're psychically dull and gay. You are iron-willed and a fast walker. Igor has no traits. I think one of the refugees was an ascetic, and that's why I made this room terrible. Oh, no, it's Berg. Berg's into this. Yeah, Berg, you can have this bed. Where are you now? You're over here. Why? I've got a really terrible bedroom for you. It's going to be very exciting. You're going to love it. Okay, so that actually, unfortunately, doesn't do what I want, because that's an unnecessary area there. I was actually planning on getting rid of that. I've lost track of everything that's happening. I am so on top of things, I've actually gone around them. Charity, welcome, welcome. 2 Saturdays in a row, you're listening while making dinner. Excellent. Nothing stirs the pot like me, Charity. Have you heard about Peter Graves? He's very exciting. Rob, I am so on top of things, I've actually gone underneath them. I've traveled so far over things that now I am under things. It's very exciting in my world. Okay, now get rid of this nonsense, because it displeases me in so many different ways I can't even cope. Let's move... I can't move these. All right. I can rebuild them. Actually, I could just make more. Theoretically, we should be able to go faster then. Or go farther, rather. Not faster, but farther. Because, yeah, maybe I'll put up a 3rd tank. Let me renegotiate everything first. This is obviously just made to be a production room. So I'll start dragging some of the things from the production area down here, like the stone cutting bench. Yeah, oh, my carpet's in, thank God. Now that looks good. And you know what it really does? It illuminates the mastodons. It shows off the mastodons. It's actually a very attractive color pattern there, between the sort of orangey brown of the mastodon and the green of the carpet. It's just going very, very well. So, okay, this is done. Now put that piece of wall back up before I lose my mind. All right, put the hole there. Thank you. So I gained a little bit of room in the freezer. I really want someone to be, like, hyper-focused on making the smoke leaf stuff. It's just taking up space. Also, we seem to be alarmingly low on food. Let's kill things, shall we, kids? Kill all the camels. If you see a camel, just take it out. And the quails. Okay, don't kill things that fight back. I think this room doesn't really need to exist anymore. I don't have so much food that I need this room to exist. I might keep this in here, but kind of reset it to room temperature. There's no reason to get rid of it. And we can have some temperature control in there. The carpet, Rob, is the greatest thing I've ever done. Okay? I have done many things. I have created the infinite zombie generator. That's when we all knew that I had surpassed genius and rocketed into the realms of geniusosity. The infinite zombie generator, aka the Datebox. Hashtag trademark copyright the Datebox. I have stapled so many bionic parts to children that it's basically a war crime at this point. And what I've done here is I've shag carpeted a spaceship. Yeah. And you're all looking at this. You're all looking at this and going, this is why I watch this channel. This Jayhawk, welcome, welcome. This is why I watch the channel. It's not for the infinite zombie generator, aka the Datebox, hashtag trademark copyright the Datebox. It's not because Dave, a modern Prometheus, has gifted geniusosity into the world, hashtag geniusosity, and like a modern Prometheus, he's being punished for his sins. Nope, I'm in it for the shag carpet on the spaceship. I'd do it. You tell me right now, like, okay, the planet Earth is done. We all have to flee. But we're all getting, like, our own personal spaceship to do it. I will tell you right now, I will spend the first evening after that announcement has been made convincing Mrs. Dave about the shag carpet thing. I already convinced myself. I don't need to do that. But I will be like, Mrs. Dave, I know you're keen on, like, packing up vitally essential things and, emotionally important things like photographs and stuff and the cat. I would like to talk about shag carpeting for our spaceship. Our personal spaceship. So, and eventually I would win. Maybe. You know what? I take that back. I totally wouldn't win that one. There are things I know I can win and things I can't. Pink flamingos, I don't get those. I'm not allowed to have flamingos in my yard. It's a hard no. It's a hard no. And Mrs. Dave and I generally compromise or agree on virtually everything. It's one of the reasons we get along. But this is one of the very few times in our entire relationship that she just did a hard no, putting her foot down. No pink flamingos in the lawn. No. Absolutely not. Not happening. And then, you know, like a year later, I'll be like, hey, check out that pink flamingo. And she's like, no. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So she does have limits in terms of putting up with Dave. And flamingos are indeed one of them. How much cloth do I have left? Can I keep shagging up this place? Yeah, totally can. So let's do floors and apparently, okay. So Spike Little Girl in particular and everyone else, if I forget, this carpet is Viridian. Okay, it's Viridian. That's the carpet that we're using, okay? Viridian. Not quite enough stored. I could do that much. I could definitely do that much. Okay. I still need to ditch 2 beds from around here. Are these... Yeah, the vac suits are completely bunk. I'm going to need more vac suits. Maybe we can get those from traders. That might totally be a thing. But let's get up a Whoosy McWhatsit for burning stuff. Just so... Because I can't afford to be losing space with stuff that we're not using. Are we chopping any trees down? I don't feel... Oh, remember to take the roof off the solar panel, Dave. Yeah, the solar panels don't work inside. It's literally the nature of solar. So let's remove this. There we go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care about this one. Nobody cares about this one. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta take that out or it's gonna explode. Yeah, I don't even know how many hours now. Well over 2,000 hours of RimWorld. Those have never exploded. So this will be the day that it does. But oh, hang on. Looking at weapons, somebody's unarmed. Yeah, it's Berg. Berg, go get your heavy SMG. Is anyone else unarmed? A lot of people dropped weapons recently. So Bertha, okay, DeHook's good. Yep, Igor. Yep, 6-year-old with an auto pistol. You've got a revolver. Knife's got a shotgun. Grime, Grime, why do you have the charge lance? Because you're terrible at that. Why would you have charge lance? You came with a charge lance. Well, you don't get to have that. That's an awesome weapon. I think we should have somebody else be in charge of the charge lance. See what I did there? See what I did there? Okay, yeah, allow that. Who's my best shooterizer? Like, oh, wow, definitely Berg. Okay, definitely Berg. I don't even have to look at the others. Go get his charge lance. I don't know why you think you had that. Who's my second best shooty person? Probably Bertha. You've already got an LMG, though. Oh, hang on, DeHook's very good. You've got an SMG. Probably give it to the small child? Yeah, I think we're just going to give it to the small child. Knife, are you any good? Actually, Knife's fantastic. Knife, go get that SMG. No, Thule, you ain't getting that. No. Knife's going to get that. All right, that's better weapons for people right there. Okay, back to planning this thing. How much more am I going to be able to get in here? So show me that thing. All right, so there's not too much else I'd even be able to do with this. I've only got 37 panels. If I could get a little bit of an extension up here, that would please me. So 37 panels. Okay. 37. All right, that's 14, 21, 28, 35. Boom. Sold. Okay, just to extend the nose a little bit. It's all about space. So everything is space right now. Where can we get lawn mastodons? Right here. Right here. Yeah, she put a hard no on that. Again, she almost never puts her foot down on anything. We continually compromise. It's always been part of our relationship. It's one of the reasons we get along is we're like, yeah, whatever, kind of thing. But the second I started uttering the word flamingo, yeah, no, that was not gonna fly. That just did not fly at all. So let's get power going down to here and here. And then why don't you just give me, like, oh, hi, we've done hunter drones. Wow, that was quick. I do have very smart people. Very, very smart people. Okay, so slam it into pause mode. I'd like to do the transport pods, but now I don't have any vac suits left. So that's largely irrelevant. I got to get the multi-analyzer down so we can get into fabrication. That's the thing. I got to get in on that. So I don't really know what I want to do right at this moment. Backtrack a little bit here. Sure, you know what? Do xenogenetics. That's fine. Why don't you do sterile materials? You're never going to go wrong with that. You're never going to go wrong with that. So where I could maybe do the research room here. That would give me enough room. That'd be plenty of room right there. And then I could get a private bedroom over here. Probably get 2. And still have plenty of room for production. Huh. Interesting idea. Interesting idea. I'm going to need a lot more cotton to get all that shag carpet in. Good thing we're growing some. Yep, I'm carpeting this entire spaceship. I think the hallway, like the sort of central corridor of the ship, there's probably like a nautical term for that. I bet there is. There's probably like a nautical term. Somebody, I'm not nautical. Mrs. Dave is a little nautical. She's fairly nautical. But I am not nautical. So I'm sure there's some sort of like nautical phrase for, wait, cargo pods, for the like the middle of the ship. You find something useful in the wreckage. I might. Okay, it's more psychoid leaves. Sure, cool. I think that's in the no bug zone. Yeah, that might be in the no bug zone. I might be able to finagle that. So expand. Yeah, it's just in the no bug zone. Just get that bit. All right, don't go with the bugs though. Don't go where the bugs are. Hey, is anyone going to work on the snake over here? Because she's like in a better area. She has food poisoning. How bummed out can she be? Hook, can you go do that? No, don't arrest her. And, oh, the animal is sleeping. Oh, okay. I'd say I can arrest her, but it doesn't work, because they're technically a wild animal. So arresting them won't do the job. If you then release them, you can't convert them or recruit them. You can just release them. Okay, so I'd like to get some bedrooms put together. I can't move this, can I? That's the real pain in the neck. I can't move that thing. I could make... I don't want to build another one of those. That's a complete waste. Are you telling me you don't spend weekends in a sailboat listening to Jimmy Buffett? I do neither of those things. I try to avoid boats. Except my own kayak. I have a kayak and I enjoy that. But you know why? That's because it's just me. There's nobody else on that boat. That's why I like that boat. So, no, and nor do I really don't have any strong opinions about Jimmy Buffett one way or the other, frankly. I have no strong opinions about Jimmy Buffett. And Jimmy Buffett, although dead, would probably be pleased to hear that. So, Jimmy Buffett, if you are non-corporeal and listening, I have no strong opinions about you. And dead Jimmy Buffett is probably saying, phew. Because when this guy gets an opinion, boy, he don't play, do he? And then he'd probably write a song about tequila or something. I understand that was pretty much his thing, the tequila thing. So dead Jimmy Buffett is not sweating my opinion of him, or he might be. Who knows? Did we never... Why do I have an extra... I have extra mastodon beds. So that one is for Bruce. That one's for Fuzzy. Where's Tusky's bed? Oh, Tusky's bed is up there. Okay, well, good news. I've got extra mastodon beds. I don't really need this one. Huh. Could get rid of that. How am I going to renegotiate this? It's kind of coming together in my mind, vaguely. Oh, also, we could... I really need to get these psychoid leaves out of here. Could somebody please be working on the things that I need you to work on? Oh, also, remember to actually drop the temp in here? Yeah, that's why it's so warm. All right, drop the temp in there. Thank you. All right, how am I going to make this come together? How am I going to make this come together? Move the door. Move the door. That's the problem here. The problem is the door. The problem is not me. The problem is always the door. So, do I have any wood left? Yeah, actually more than I thought. So, do a wooden door. The problem is the door, Dave. The problem is not you. It's never you. You are never the problem. The problem is the door. Also, this is up and running. So, let's do a bill. Do a bill for burn apparel and do anything below, say, 51. Sure, 51's a great number. Yeah, do any of that. Burn all of that. And do that forever. I'm going to release the kid. So, kid, where are you? You can go into the no-bug zone now, because he'll do a lot of that. He loves doing that sort of thing. And then let's get this to go like this. I don't care about the happy tree. Stop telling me about the happy tree. Nobody cares about the happy tree. Even the tree doesn't care about the happy tree. And then deconstruct those walls. And then we're just going to kind of bump everything up there. This is all going to somehow come together. Oh, now my carpet won't work. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm going to fix that. Cancel this. And then I'll put carpet up there. It'll be a little spotty for a little bit. It's going to be a little haphazard on the carpet front. But it's all going to make sense when we have green shag carpeting. I assure you. Okay, I like my idea here. I just got to figure out how to divvy all of this up. I can make the whole point of this was to make the research room better. Wow, we already did sterile materials. Okay, neat. Do xenogenetics, I guess. Just keep slamming them out until I get the microelectronics bench up, and then we can deal with that. So we're gonna build that door, and then I'll take out this door and move that table. In fact, I can just move that right now. Just for today's, just put it down there, just so I know where it is at all times. And also we can move that chair. No, don't build a copy. Just reinstall it down here. Okay. That's all going to come together. I see we've been working on some steel down here. What quest is expiring? Oh, the bounty thing. Yeah, we don't care about that. No, nobody cares about that. Literally nobody cares about that. I only have 3 medicines left. Do I have anyone who's got, like, catastrophic health issues that I could deal with? Yeah, I mean, you're a drug addict, but so is everyone else here. I don't want to fix your vasectomy. I like it just the way it is. DeHook, Igor, Thule, Knife. You do have a bunch of issues, but none of them are, like, life-threatening. And Grime. No, got a healer mech serum and nothing much to do with it. Buzzkill, thank you so much. You're not going to miss much. Oh, Snake's on board. You missed something. Yeah, wow, Snake's right on board. Okay, awesome. And naked. And heavily tattooed, I might add. You wouldn't think a wild woman would be heavily tattooed like that. So you're buck naked and covered in tattoos. Yeah, you were completely naked. You're going to go wear a vac suit. Don't wear the vac suit. It's terrible condition. Here, hang on. I'll put you on the things you need to be. There you go, Snake. There you go. Okay. Totally thought that wasn't going to happen, but neat. Wow, DeHook, you are really good at animals. And apparently naked tattooed women. Cool. Remind me what your gig is, and then we can kind of start to wrap up here. Okay, you're terrible at shooting, but you're good at melee. I don't actually have any melee weapons right now, but I can work on something. We can get that going. More importantly, you are numero uno on crafting. Yeah, do nothing but crafting and tailoring and smithing, sure. And then be number 1 on the things you gotta do. I don't even care what else you do. You just gotta do maximum crafting all day. You finally got a good crafter on board here. In fact, I'm gonna take you off of tailoring until somebody complains about their clothing. And I don't know where I'm gonna put you to sleep. Not to sleep like I'm gonna anesthetize you and kill you. I didn't mean that. I just meant that we're gonna... No, don't put the vac suit on. Yeah, you see, you're taking it right off. Yeah, I could give her the thrumbo horn. That's not a bad idea. Actually, that's a decent idea. Actually, she could drop it later if we want to sell it. Yeah, you know what? That's solid. I like that idea. Equip that. That'll stab somebody good. I wonder if you get tusks from the mastodons when they die. Not that I want my mastodons to die, but I would like to own one of their tusks. Oh, food's already coming in. Great, the rice is already coming in nicely. Excellent. Okay. So if Snake could, like, work 100% on crafting hardcore narcotics, that'd be super spiffy awesome of her. And then next time I can start to renegotiate this ship. Also, destroy all these trees. Why do we have trees around here? I don't want trees. I don't want trees at all. Okay. This is going to work out somehow. Not sure how, but it's going to work out. All right, guys, let's wrap it up for there. I've done what I wanted to do today. We left, and I've got the ship expansion working here. We've got reliable power. We've got... Well, we don't have any real defenses, but we can begin to work on that concept. I think we're at a good spot here. This is not bad at all. Food's coming in. Slaughter some things maybe. Nope, nothing to slaughter. Excellent. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there and let you get on with far more important things to do with the rest of your day than this nonsense. Thank you, really, thank you for allowing me to do this publicly. I should have been stopped years ago, but yet here we are. And I come in, I look forward to this every single weekend. And you guys never disappoint. I have a fantastic time doing this. I can't say that enough times. I look forward to this all week. And I love hanging out with you guys. And hopefully you're having a pretty good time too. We'll be back with more of this next week, as usual. Other than that, you guys know where to find me. Thank you so very, very much for coming by. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.